this, but we do know actually. So RiceFoe and Fallzei, they actually are two big-ish names. They both have taken, I think they've won 2 tournaments together that were like $1,000 prize pools.
Yep.
Fallzei being a Jake player and RiceFoe being Tom and Jerry, like you said. But I have not heard of our other 2 competitors, so it should be a really fun set with a good chance for an upset here potentially.
Oh, are we gonna see 2 Tom and Jerry's? Is that what's good in these streets? And I want to talk about the team. Tom and Jake is just such an amazing team combination, right? Because Tom is a zoner. You know the phrase "zoner with hands." That's kind of what Tom is, right? He has a move where he can slingshot Jerry in every direction, but you want to send him downwards so you can get a combo off of a down air, which leads into a lot of damage. Jake has the gum pistol, which is just they stretch out their arms and they just punch you, and it does a lot of damage, a lot of knockback as well, depending on how long you charge it. And Tom and Jerry and Jake, it's a hard combination because it's hard to get in with that character or with that team combination. So you're never really safe from anywhere. But then on the other side, we're going to have Tom and Jerry and Arya Stark. Now, Tom, I told you the game plan of Tom, but Arya is going to be a lot more of an aggressive, in-your-face, going to try to send you to the skies kind of assassin player. So we're going to have a really interesting first game right here.
Definitely. I think if you're a melee player, Arya is definitely one to keep an eye on, as she has some insane combos and even has some pillar stuff similar to Falco in melee, which you might not see as much in doubles compared to the 1v1, but it definitely is something to keep an eye out for as her combo game as we get started here on Cromulon. So this is the Rick and Morty stage, which Morty is coming out. Here's in 3 days, actually. This stage has those 2 big walls on the side, and after a couple hits, both of them can actually disappear, and the game and the platforms and the stage itself can change over time throughout the course of this game 1.
You're absolutely not wrong about that. And also, I wanted to talk about just how aggressive this Arya is being. So far, having no damage on them. Looking at the red team, and as I said, the commentator's cursed, but that's my fault. But we're trying to see this Arya go for the forward airs and the up airs. So what Arya's going to try to fish for, they want to fish for those up special will actually lead into an up air, which will do a lot of knockback if they end up landing that. But so far, we're seeing, is it Fallzei? Is it
Fallzei, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing Fallzei kind of turn up the heat real quick, but they do have the Arya knife on them. And no side B. Ah, there it is! That's going to be an early KO. But good alley-oop coming on from RiceFoe. Really good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And that was the combo game I was trying to talk about earlier with Arya. So when she has that side special, if she throws her dagger onto someone and connects them, she can get a free dash for a free follow-up, which her up special at following that actually gives her another free follow-up. So really good combo there by the blue team. But then we saw RiceFoe take a stock right in return, but another one off the board into a 2-1 advantage currently for blue team.
Yeah, and we got to be careful coming on from Chance, right? Chance is at 156%, so they're going to be living by, they're not living at all if they get hit by the upstrong, the charge upstrong coming on from Fallzei. They're going to throw that knife out. Good teleport, and now we're going to have turn attack. This is actually really good. It allows you to get backstabs, even if you're hitting them from the front, so it's going to be a lot of extra damage coming on from Arya. We saw that up special come up, so not going to land it.
Yeah, so things going, relatively even percent-wise right here, but if red team can secure one more KO, especially on a character like Arya, who's sitting there at 86 right now and is the lightest character in the game, this game will be over.
Yeah, and this stage is actually massive. It's a really big ceiling coming. It's ginormous, if you will. Also, we tried to see RiceFoe try to fight his way back onto the stage, but he didn't have any resources, so he was trying to, just kind of battle his way back on stage, but not going to allow that to happen. And now we see RiceFoe going to get the KO off of the Arya. Arya is the lightest character in the game, 100%. If I have a chart. Oh, I had the chart. Never mind. It goes Arya, and then Batman, and then Harley Quinn. Those are the 3 characters in the game. And Arya is sitting at a not so good 41 in terms of the weight scale. So that up air coming on from the Tom and Jerry will definitely KO at that point. So game 1 going to red team.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw a good comeback there from RiceFoe and Fallzei. At first talked about how they were kind of the favorite to win this, having won a couple turns before, both ranked extremely highly in the ladder. Fallzei himself sponsored by Obey Alliance, just like a lot of the other top players in this tournament. So a little bit of a comeback. They had to work for that first win there, but you saw that vertical kill power from Tom and Jerry. When he's looking to secure a stock, he's either going to go off the top of that up air or Down air will even kill off
Yep.
a stage spike at around
Smack
140.
you with that frying pan. Yes, sir. Yep.
100%. And in this game too, there aren't any techs. So wall bounces off the ground, everything can lead up in either true kills or true combos. And so that down air from Tom and Jerry are going to be a really strong tool as well to keep a lookout for this second game.
Yeah, and the amount of like toolkits that is this a no perk tournament? Huh. I just realized something. I don't think we saw any perks coming on from either of the teams, so I didn't know this, but we might not be seeing any perks from this bracket. Perks allow characters to do certain things, or they allow certain stats to change, like they make your air dodge better, they make your attacks a bit stronger. But it turns out we're not going to have those. It kind of makes this game a lot more balanced in this case. So, really
yeah, I know there are some glitches with displaying them as well, so I have to kind of keep a lookout in game. I know generally Tom and Jerry run a perk where with their down special they drop a stick of dynamite. And if they hit with their neutral air, it can multiply to 3.
Yeah. So let me see if they have that, then it might just be a glitch with the spectating system.
Yeah.
But Delayed, obviously, having really god tier production as of right now. But we're kind of having this really weird monster. Okay, so perks are on. I'm a liar. I keep it 99. I keep it 99 because I lie on vacation. But what we tried to see Bromington go for the up air combo, but not gonna get it off of Fallzei. Fallzei looking not too good at 115%. Trying to get a maybe up special to take Arya to the skies. Speaking of the skies, we're going to see Chance on the left side of the screen, going to find his way back to center to the stage.
Yeah, definitely. And this seems kind of like a repeat of game 1 here. We're running it back to Cromulon, and we have 3 players sitting extremely high damage. And the first one's going to go off the board with Fallzei taking that, or losing his first stock. So advantage to blue team once again, but that doesn't mean much as we see Tom and Jerry sit at the top of the screen, able to recover safely.
Yeah, that was mad scary, bro. Bro, that was not a good situation for the Tom and Jerry to be in, but hey, they're okay, bro. Also, we got the knife coming on to Fallzei. If Arya gets that knife, man, she becomes like, she goes from like a really like good character to like a really good character. Now, who needs a sword when you got a frying pan, my guy? Gonna smack her to the depths of the earth, and that's gonna be red team and blue team fighting to see who can take this lead. Both Tom and Jerry's are even, but as I say that, that's gonna be RiceFoe gonna smack with the up there. But as I said that as well, we're gonna be just going back to back, red and blue team on 2 points. This is gonna be really important. If it's not looking too good for the blue team because Arya not only is light, oh, that is awful. That is
not in a good spot here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they're sitting at 141 on the lightest character in the game, and that frying pan will quickly clean up the kitchen and send her back out off the top. So, I mean, game 1 was neck and neck. Game 2 there, RiceFoe and Fallzei able to clean that up a little bit, have a better start out of the gates and take care of business pretty quick there.
Yeah, and the thing about Arya in these scenarios is I think Arya is a great character. It's just on that stage, especially if you're fighting Tom and Jake. Jake just kills you really early with a lot of really nice moves, and so does Tom, right? Like we saw that, that up air, the clap that thing Tom has, that thing will just blow you up, bro. That thing just blows you up. So you need to either have task managed trigonometry, which allows you to mix up your DI more, or
which is one of those perks we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Or be a little bit heavier, but unfortunately, I don't think we know what perks Arya had, and not to mention, like we were saying before, Arya is very light, so
kind of notorious for dying super early. And if you saw a lot of situations where players and characters end up dying in this game are either off stage or in some kind of juggle situation. There's not a lot of like true kill options, just sitting center stage, hitting someone with the raw smash attack. Like in Smash Brothers, it's more so you have limited options. Once you jump in there, so you have your 2 double jumps like normal. You're allowed to use 2 of any special moves, whether that's your up special or any other move. You're allowed to have 2 of those and 2 air dodges. But once you're out of those, you just simply have no resources, no special fall, no nothing. And so a lot of these situations, once you get in that area of no resources left or limited, it makes it a lot easier for the enemy to make a read. And that's where you saw a lot of those kills coming off of, especially that Tom and Jerry up air.
Exactly. And going on to that as well, in solo, if you think that's scary in solos, bro, in duos, that's terrifying because you can have your opponent, smack you, and then like your opponent can go for a follow-up, and it's just not a good situation you want to be in. And that's actually one of the few issues that Arya has, is that in duos, if you're comboing somebody, I remember Void in the chat talking about this, the winners of EVO for MultiVersus, they said the moment they see an Arya, they're just like, okay, the moment Arya starts comboing us, help me out,
Mhm.
get me out of here, bro, bail me out. And we saw that going on during the first game. And Tom and Jerry is more of like a backseat character, I'd say. Right? They're not really supposed to be like on the front lines.
I
More
feel
of
like they're really good at like disrupting and then following up on things.
Yep.
Like they can challenge things from all the way across the stage, or they can run over and easily follow up off an opponent or off of their teammates' hit because they have really good range on a lot of moves and stuff like that.
And it's great to have in that scenario, but I think Jake is just able to kind of take that front lead charge that the Tom and Jerry doesn't really have to. And on the blue team, right, Romington, Arya can do that. It's just that you're going to be taking a lot of extra damage. Fun fact, assassins take 14 extra damage than every other character in the game. Don't know why that's the case, but that's just how the game works.
So they're working on it. They're working on it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So for those of you who don't know, also there are classes in this game. So there's Bruiser, which means like all arounder, tanks or the heavies, things like that. We have mages, which is like what Tom and Jerry was. You have a lot of setup tools, a lot of range tools, stuff like that. Assassins, high combo potential, high damage output, things like that. And then you also have supports, which have a lot of even like healing abilities, shielding their allies, stuff like that.
It's kind of cool. I like how there's a different class system in this game. It makes it really, that's why I love MultiVersus. It's just such a unique take on the platform fighter genre, so I think it's really cool. Unfortunately, assassins are the only classes that do have that that drawback, but that was still a hard fought battle coming on from the blue team, so good stuff coming on to them. We're probably going to see a lot more from them as well, so let's look out for that. But the red team will be moving on into the winner side of the bracket.